Hello everyone, this is Zeraphira, and welcome to Osiris New Dawn. So Osiris is a new survival game. It is sci-fi slash space, but at least when you start out, you're going to be on planet. I believe they have just added a update that allows you to build space stations. So, we're going to get started here really quick. In the single player game, I already have a thing where I will be testing on, so that I'm not totally blind when I'm talking to you. So let's hit plus, make a new avatar. So we can go over the character creation really quick. There are 4 classes, I guess you would call them. Scientist, and I'll let you read the description and you can pause it if you would like. Ranger, Marine, and engineer. Engineer is what we're going to go with. So engineers have trained in many different engineering fields, giving them an edge at creating different structures and tools needed to accomplish tasks. Engineers are great at building up the bases and vehicles for their colony. Since I like to build things, I think that's what we're going to go with. So you may notice that they all have a different skill set. It does not pigeonhole you, at least it doesn't appear to, and we'll get to that later. So engineers are obviously better at engineering. They get more starting points, is what that is. Marines get more points in combat. Scientists get more points in science, and rangers are kind of a jack of all trades. Alright, so we're going to move on with the engineer. We are going to choose just some really quick colors here. I think this is kind of a bug here. See, I chosen brown, but it's chosen this purple. I don't know if I come into the game if it will choose something else, but let's test that out, I guess. So we're going to go with that. Detail, sure, let's actually go with kind of a, I don't know if it's from what you selected on, but I kind of want to go with a little canvas feel here. And glow. I don't know if this has to do with the light that you will emit later in game, the color, but just in case, I want to go with a kind of a yellow. Okay, then we'll confirm that. This is your progress as your creation. Some basic, just normal sliders here for how your character looks. I'm just going to kind of make it semi, I don't know, petite, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know if they plan on having you ever out of your suit in the game or not. Alright, whatever. We'll go with that. I don't think it's that important. You get some stat points, speed, health, strength, and stamina. We're just going to kind of jack of all trades it to start out with. You do get points as you level up. We'll put one more in speed and health. Hopefully speed will allow us to run faster, because I think we're going to do a lot of running in this game. Alright, so here's where we were talking about with the classes. So engineering starts out with 16 points, the engineer. So it takes 3 points to buy this first perk. This is the skill tree, which you'll see later in the game. I don't know if you can eventually buy all these or not, so I'm not sure if this starting thing is important or not. But this is what we're going to go with. I want to get to this repair at higher durability, because I think we're going to need to repair structures. Hover duration is plus 20%. I can't buy this yet. I only have 7 points. I could save all these points for later, but we're also going to need to do a lot of salvaging. So let's increase our salvaging speed. Alright. Combat points. We've got 8. The first costs 2 points, so our melee weapon damage is now increased by 10%. I could go with projectile damage, but playing it a little bit, I know I don't have that yet. I'm going to want it later, but for now, we're going to go with mining tool damage. I don't know if I have a mining tool right away or not, but that's what we're going to go with. So science points, I've got 6. So solar panel output, that sounds great. Spacewalk. Spacewalk speed. I don't think I'm going to be spacewalking anytime soon. I could be wrong, but with that said, fruit nutrition. It's a survival game. I'm thinking I'm going to need nutrition. So let's go with that. Alright, and we can look at these later. Maybe in the next episode we'll go into perks a little bit more in depth. Alright, choose the name. Here we go. And normal, easy, extreme, creative, and custom. So normal, it says the way the game was meant to be played. Easy, obviously easier than normal. Extreme, harder than normal. Creative, craft anything you like without the worry of creatures or survival gameplay. We're not going to do that. And then custom, change anything you want to whatever your desire is. You can look at that some other time. Basically, the slide bars of getting skill points per levels and things like that. So we will launch. Alright, the Gliese 581 star system, Thus is Prime, 20 light years from Earth. And Osiris mount a mission scout probe sent promising data for habitation and established a planetary base. All contact with the probes were lost like 60 years ago, apparently. Osiris Deep Space Phoenix arrived 3.6 years ago. Mission complete. The mission: complete base installation ready for habitation on a so that dying Earth could move, basically. Alright, so here is our space ship arriving at the, I believe it was Thus system. And after 60 years of interstellar travel, the New Dawn breaks for arrival to resupply and join the Phoenix crew. And now the year's now 2146. So I don't know where this Phoenix crew is. And of course, our ship has a malfunction as we arrive. So, like I was saying before, there is a space station building. And as you can see, our spaceship is falling apart from plenty of debris sitting out here in space. I don't know if this will be here later for us to either repair and or scavenge. So as our escape pod is trying to get to the planet, it hits a piece of the space debris and we spiral out of control towards the planet. There is more than one planet, so you will be exploring apparently many planets. And we're about to crash land on whichever planet this is.
Seek medical assistance immediately.
Okay, so it's supposed to pick up the tape right away. Hit F1 to open it, right click it, use it.
System restored.
There we go. So now I am also low on health. I need to pick up this bandage. I need to hit F1. I need to use the bandage and heal. Now I need to get out of this pod. Where's the door for this thing? So that door's right in front of me. So click F to exit the pod. Nope, door's jammed. I could probably use the survival knife to break my way out. That is number 2. Just use the left mouse button on it a couple times. There we go. Finally, door's open. Let's get out of here. What's that skittering noise? Alright, let's get out. So, normal movement keys, WASD. It said that there was a skittering noise. I don't know. I don't see any life forms, so we should be safe-ish. So, looking on the left, it's already given us a few missions to complete. First one is V, to toggle the camera view. As you can see, you can play in third person if you would like. Let's get rid of that knife. And see, the pockets were kind of purplish before. Apparently it did choose that brown that I was looking for, and this is just the light that I'm seeing. It makes it look less purple. Apparently the rocks float on this world. Oop, I was looking underneath the world. So a third person will do that, apparently. So let's use our fabricator, or whatever, the tool. to scavenge this. Okay, I'm going to play most of this game here in first person. We're going to pick up the oxygen. We're going to pick up this bandage. Okay, as you can see on the left, we are finding scrap. It also wants us to scrap the pod here. And I just kind of want you to notice it says pod top section panel, and it says we got some scrap metal for that. Okay. Sometimes when you're scrapping this, you will get something different. And on the right it says we got more scrap metal. Okay, it's trying to prove me wrong apparently. Alright, there we go. We got broken glass on that one. And on this one, I'm going to speed this up. There we go, a broken barrel out of that. I'm going to speed this up, finish this up, this pod here, and I'll see you guys when it's done. Alright, escape pod is finished. You can get the rest on the ground. If it says space degree on the ground, apparently that's what it's going to be. If you're just looking at a panel, you're not sure what you're going to get. I don't know if there's a way to find out somehow. Pick up that barrel. Ooh, emergency ration. Nice. So now looking at the bottom left, we're going to finish this quest actually really quick. Okay, there we go. I need to find some basic essentials to survive. I should sample the indigenous planets and plant life and see what I can find. Okay, and I need this survival knife is too dull to really protect me. I'll need to make a sharper weapon, which is search for a rock outcropping or look for some loose rocks on the ground. Okay, I can do that. I also need to make a shelter. I should try building a small hut out of the scrap metal when I get a chance. Okay, we'll do that. So bottom left, the first one there with the eye, I believe, is your visibility. The second is your hover or jetpack power. So hold down the space button, and there we go. Middle is your temperature. The next one, hydration and nutrition. Hydration being the outer circle, nutrition being the inner, and health bar. Ooh, a flare. Okay. Tape. Let's get a couple more debris here, and then we'll go out and search some things. I don't mind this area. This area seems kind of nice. Maybe we'll try to build here if we can find our way back. But it wants us to discover some plant life here. So, undiscovered plant. So the way you discover it is you just eat on it, apparently. So what we're looking for is a fern plant, and I don't believe this is it. This is a red, well, it doesn't say until we harvest it once. A red fern berry. And see, as you hack on it, you'll get some berries. And see, that did not advance the quest. What we're looking for is a blue colored tree. This, if you get too close to it, will puncture your suit. But it did give us some alien fiber. Okay, there's a blue one up a little further. Again, you should be careful while you're running around. You only have so much tape to patch your suit with. What do we got here? A large leaf plant. Okay, well, we need the fiber. I don't know if this is it. I don't see any berries on this. Bark tree. So, did it drop some bark for us? You know, sometimes it's hard to see where things have fallen. Okay, we're just gonna move on. That's the tree I'm looking for. You can injure yourself with falling. You can see at the bottom, very bottom, it says what the slope is. Alright. While we're out here, we should gather some of this on some rocks. Should make a sharper blade. Press F2 to open the crafting menu. There we go. So we just need, kind of hard, you have to highlight it, and you can see, there we go, at the very bottom of this window, you need 2 rocks. So I'll make this blade, but in order for us to actually make the knife, we need to make 2, we need the blade, plus some makeshift tape, which we're going to need cloth bundles and fern tree berries. We need 2 of those. We've already got enough cloth, so do we need 2 of them? Just hold down the button, 1, 2, now we just need two berries. And again, you just, whoop, that's not good. Oop, don't run into the thing. Shoot. Okay, let's see if we can run away from this thing. How fast is it? It's pretty quick. So eventually they will give up, I hope. He's still coming. I don't see it. There's my stamina on the bottom. Okay, I think it's given up and we've got another tree over here. Now I think saving and reloading the world will respawn some things on the ground. At least it appears it has in the past, but I just might not have looked around enough. Alright, let's try to get these berries. There it is. Okay, I didn't pick up that last berry while I was trying to run away from that crab. So even though we are, well, now that the sharper blade, I'm getting myself also, I should probably use the sharp blade to see anything. So even though we did arrive here in a spaceship, we are still back in the Stone Age because we need to make stone axes and stone blades. Let's put that. So using different blades will give you new options for resources. So as I change the stone blade, I can scrape this tree to get bark off of. So what we want to do now is get this hut up. So what I need is, I've got plenty of scrap metal. I do need 4 more of that makeshift tape though. So I need 4 more berries. And I think I've already got the fiber to make the cloth. There we go. Now I'll speed this up and I'll just get these berries. And I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so we now have all the items we need, and apparently there's another little beastie, but this one's much smaller. And we can use our new weapon. Where was that? this is kind of where we
Starvation warning.
started. As you can see, we're already hungry. So when you hit F1, the red berry will replenish some of your hunger and give you health. Blue, on the other hand, will take away health, but it will give you some hunger back. We're just going to eat one of these red ones really quick. And we're going to be right next to these other two red berry trees, so that should be useful for eating later. I think I'm going to put the hut right here. So hit the craft menu. We've got a bunch of tabs. We can make defenses and walls, but right now we're only interested in scrap hut. We need to make that tape really quick. Okay, and I'll put it over here in this corner. So use the mouse button to rotate it in either direction. And then you hit the FT key to confirm. As soon as you get at the right spot, there we go. Hold down the F key and there we go. First structure is complete. I should be able to fashion some useful tools out of the scrap metal I've gathered. I'll need the workbench to make any progress, however. So the first structure you make, the scrap hut, allows you to basically save your game when you're ready. So you can walk in and hit activate, and also notice, I believe, while you're inside of it, it will protect you from the elements. Doesn't seem to fluctuate as much while inside, but I could be wrong. What we're going to do is save, and that's all I'm going to do for this episode. Seems very interesting. Lots of new things to explore. Lots of new things to build. So with that said, as always, really thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'll try to keep the videos around 20 minutes if I can. And I guess I'll see you all next time. Alright, see you later. Bye-bye.